Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a bit of drama, haven't we, girls? So before you couldn't see me because the sun was coming through the sky roof, and I was just like,
Like that. Can't see.
yeah, I was like, and Dave's just put a quilt on the roof. Yeah, sorry, everyone.
Was it like Tom Cruise sailing down? Like Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Ooh, now.
Now you're talking. No, you didn't do any of that. He did indeed. Yeah, yeah. So that was a bit of a drama. I'm a bit of whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, all at Festival Quilts. So we were just saying, I haven't even thought about it yet. It's been so busy the last month. I was teaching yesterday. I'm here today. I'm teaching tomorrow. I've got an online class with Adam in the evening as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to be getting ready for Secret Sewing Club. No, not Secret Sewing Club, Sewing Street on Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, we'll be packing. The van arrives Monday. I've somehow got to get ready for festival. I mean, sleep is for the weak, isn't it? You know, nobody needs to sleep. You know.
Can somebody explain that concept to me? What is sleep?
What is sleep?
Oh.
Yeah, on Facebook they're saying you've got no sound, Han.
Oh, Hayley, what are you like?
Yeah.
Oh, and you don't.
Well, the thing is we can hear you on the streaming software, so you don't necessarily know. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, we'll have it. Yeah.
We're just gonna have a chat
I'm
then,
not
babes, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I'm not ready for festival yet because I'm doing loads of new things and I haven't got them all done yet. But what I have got
I'm not the only one.
I fixed it!
Hey, can we hear Hayley?
Yes, I fixed it.
And can people hear at home? Can you let us
Just
know?
wait for the comments, yeah.
Yeah, it's going up and down on mine, so I think we're good now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good kid.
So today I have every time. I have brought some of the things that I've made new for festival on the show. But I'm till midnight tonight, I'm doing 10% off. Only till midnight tonight.
Oh.
Now it sounds like I'm one-upping you, but I've got a 20% off code for them. And I've already set it up. I'm really sorry, Nicola. Didn't know you were doing anything.
Well, can we split the difference and both settle at 15, maybe?
Yeah, sure. I have to change it quick.
Oh, where have I gone?
I'm so sorry, Nicola.
I don't know where I've
gone. I'm gonna hide.
See you at festival.
I'll change it. I'll do 10% as well. Give me 2 minutes. I'll do 10% as well.
No, that's not fair. That's not fair on your customers. Keep it at 20. I just can't do 20.
No, that's fine.
Up to 20, but I can't.
Okay.
No, leave it as
it now. Sorry, babes. We should have talked about it before we came on. I didn't even think about it.
Oh, we should have had a conference. We should have had a little conference before we started.
Should have had a bit of a conference. Well, never mind. Hayley, how much are you giving up?
Well, at the minute, nothing, because I've left all the samples in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
So it's fine. I'll go and get the samples. I'll tell you what. I'll split the difference and I'll even it out. I'll put 15 on mine. How's that?
Oh, God, that makes me leave.
No, should I do 10 as well? Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to change mine to 10. I'm going to change it now to 10.
I'll do 10 as well then. We'll all do 10.
Okay, we'll all do 10% off. Give me, right, you talk amongst yourself. I'm going on it. I'm changing it to 10.
Right, okay. Well, Nicola, do you want to go and demo first while both Sarah and I set up 10% codes?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
I'm ready
right.
to do that.
Let me just switch it over to you. And away you go.
Well, as I said, I'm bringing things that I'm taking to festival. The first thing is this new beautiful quilt behind me. Now, Steph made this, and it is the mandala quilt, which is this, and it's using the 3.5-inch hexagon and the half hexagon. So my first demo is going to be using the 3.5 hexagon and half hexagon to show you something, because I did the May challenge this year, and that was using the 3.5-inch hexagons, and this is a free pattern for you. So not only do you get 10% off Secret Sewing Club, there's lots of free patterns as well. And you can find those on my website under a category called projects. And under there, you'll see project postcards, which is something I do on my Sunday Stitch Up. And there's the May challenge, and there's lots of free things on the May challenge. So if you ever want anything to do, go to the projects page and you can see lots of free things. So that is the first thing, and you get 10% off of those. But I made this wonderful bag that I'm going to take to festival, and I cut up some old jeans that had fallen apart, and I've made this amazing bag, and that's using one of the project postcard designs on it. So you can make something like that with it. And the other thing, I haven't finished, I'm making a big Tula pink bag with the 3.5-inch hexagon, but I had some left over, so I decided I'd do a bigger version of this pot, so I'm going to show you that. But before I demo, let me show some of the other products I've got on today on the Secret Sewing Club, and they're all 10% off. So I'm reaching over, I've got some new caddy kits in these gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. Now, they've also got gorgeous fabrics inside them. And I've done this because you can actually make two caddies. You could have one from the inside and put your own lining in, and one from the outside and put your own lining in. And I just need to tell Dave that I'm flickering on screen. Then I have got a large caddy. Again, this is the triangle.
I thought you'd set up some subliminal messaging there, and it was just flashing up in green.
No, it's flashing, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, you've got the odd little kind of green flash happening.
Yeah, it's getting worse actually. So I've got Dave here. He's going to just try and
switch it off, switch it on again. Do you want us to come all together again while you try and fix that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dave is going to see what he can do. Maybe Hayley, is there any chance you could go to my web page?
Yes, just give me 2 seconds.
Thank you. Because we don't know why we're flashing green.
Is it? Let me just quickly grab your web page.
No, we don't know what's going on.
Okay, just give me 2 seconds. I'm on it.
Thank you. Because there we
go.
It's going. That's really weird.
Okay, so this is Nicola's web page here. So if you go to the top here, you'll see Secret Sewing Club, and if you click on there, you'll find all of the kits that she's got on today. So you've got those 3.5-inch hexagon templates, you've got your mandala quilt pattern, there's loads coming. Oh, you've brought the jewellery, fancy, love it. All the caddies are on there, large and medium size as well, and some beautiful fabrics. Don't forget there's 2 pages, so make sure you scoot through the lot and you have a look at everything that is on there. So there's do you think you're fixed? Do you want me to come back? We think we're fixed. Oh no, you're still a bit flashy green.
Right. We've
Okay,
got a new
I'll tell you what, Sarah, are you good to go? We'll swap it out. Yes, you're flashing with greater frequency. So let's.
Loose wire.
Okay. plug it, unplug it, turn it off, plug it back in, turn it on again.
Yeah,
It's
will do.
IT 101.
Okay, we'll
Right.
see you later. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
you can start again in a minute. We'll be fine. All right, Sarah. Let's you non-flickery.
I'm non-flickering. Hopefully,
Excellent.
I'm non-flickering. Am I flickering, guys? I
Oh.
hope not.
Okay, then off you go. It's over to you.
Cool. Hello, my darlings. You're right. Like we was just saying, I do have a discount code for you. Everything I'm going to show you is obviously in the Secret Sewing Club section on our website, but this code will work, website wide, so it'll actually give you 10% off anything that you order. It's going to go till midnight tonight, okay, and then it'll disappear. So you put everything in your basket, and when you get to the checkout, it says, have you got a discount code just below the total? If you click on that, and you're going to put SSC Secret Sewing Club SSC 10 in, and that'll take 10% off, but that's website wide, not just the stuff I'm going to show you. So I have got some new bits which Hayley might recognise because I think she cut them. So let me whip over to here for you. And first thing I want to show you is these are new in, and these are new little strip sets. So these are they're jelly roll size, so they're width of fabric, but by 2.5 inches. But there's only 15 strips in the set, so they are like mini jelly rolls. We've got some Michael Miller, we've got the Fairy Frost ones, and we've got some Riley Blake ones. They're really, really pretty. And you think, 15 strips, that's not that many. But when you think that our spiral Bargello table runner that we do only takes 8 strips, you could actually make 2. If you added one more strip in, you could actually make 2 easily out of one of these. They're £18. We've got different colours. So there's one, let me just go to the close-up for you a second. This is Magical Winterland, which is kind of Christmassy, but not really. It's more just sort of wintry, okay? I mean, there is a snowflake on that one, but it's more just, you've got little sort of holly berries and stuff on there. But nice little one, that one. That's the Magical Winterland. We've got Effervescent number 1 and Effervescence number 2, and they are same patterns but slightly different colours in there. So you can see this one's got the navy in it, this has got more of the aqua, and this has got more sort of the orange and yellows in it, where this has got more of the pinks and purples in it. Okay, and then we've got 2 Fairy Frost ones. This is Fairy Frost number 3, which is more of a rainbow. So you've got your reds, your pinks, all the way through, yellows, through to a bit of green and all at the bottom there. And for those, I mean, Fairy Frost has been around for years and years and years. It's got like a glitter on some of them. It's got pearlized on others. And the other one, which is the one I'm actually going to demo with today, is Fairy Frost number 4. And I've opened this one up so you can see it in all its glory. Again, you've got almost like sort of peacock range of colours there, right the way through to sort of reds and pinks at the end. Some of them have got glitter, and it genuinely doesn't come off. It's one of those ones, I mean, you can really, really press it and it does not come off. It just stays there. And when you wash it, it stays as well. I mean, you can see I'm really, really rubbing that, and there's no glitter at all coming off. Some of them are glitterized. Some of them have got like a pearlized finish to them. I don't know if you can see that. So that's number 4. They're £18 for the 15 strips. So nice and reasonable. Yeah.
As you mentioned, we did cut those, and I can verify we cut a lot of those, and no glitter anywhere. So yeah, very, very, very good for sparkle, but not getting bits everywhere.
Yeah, without getting all that glitter everywhere. So, so yeah, if you do like a little bit of sparkle, I particularly like this color range one. I just think that's a really, really beautiful color range on that one. You've got right the way from your teals all the way through to your sort of pinks and lilacs and through to a red on the end. I'm going to demo this. That's why I've cut this one up, because and opened it up because I'm going to demo with that one. So that's the first lot of things. That's in the Secret Sewing Club section. What else have I got? I've got as well. So these are brand new. Makawa have started doing pre-cuts. Finally, someone else has started doing pre-cuts. I'm very excited about this because obviously we do Moda pre-cuts, lots and lots of them. And Lewis and Irene used to, but they don't anymore. So Makawa have taken the plunge and have started doing pre-cuts, which is so nice to have some of their ranges in, easy cut-up ones. So we did take the beach house onto Sewing Street, and we launched it on there, which was their first ever pre-cut range, and we pretty much sold out. I managed to snag just a few more off their website, from their warehouse, which they really aren't very many of this. So this is Adidas Sitar laundry basket quilts, Beach House. We've got it in I think there's only 4 of the fat quarter bundles left. You've got 30 fat quarters in there. There's a few of the charm packs. I think there's about 20 I managed to get. There were no jelly rolls left. Couldn't get jelly rolls in this, but I did manage to get a couple of layer cakes. So they are one that is already, like I said, we've done lots and lots with this on Sewing Street. And it pretty much sold out. I don't think I had anything left, so I managed to get a little bit more of those. We've also got their new ranges as well. This is Autumn Woods, and we've got that. We haven't got the fat quarter bundles, but we do have it in a jelly roll, a charm pack. I know I'm calling them jelly rolls and charm packs and layer cakes because that's what everybody knows them as. Technically, they're 5-inch squares, 10-inch squares, and strip sets because it's Moda only, isn't it? Jelly rolls and stuff, but you know what I mean when I say jelly rolls. But this is really, really pretty. This is an Renee Nanaman one, and it's those beautiful, beautiful autumn colours. You've got sort of duck eggy, tealy colour in there all the way through. All your winter warmers. I mean, it's proper fall colours, this one. I love this with that sort of gingerness on it there. Little nuts in there, oak leaves. You've got sort of a paisley design right the way through. That's really pretty with that maple leaf on it. So that's sort of like a gingham background. So again, we've got that in layers. We've got it in the jelly. You can kind of see the colour range more on there. And we've got it in the charm pack. So I'll get rid of that one over there. And then the last one, which is, again, new from them, is Sugarberry, which is kind of Christmas, but not really. Again, it's more sort of wintry. So it's kind of poinsettias and snowflakes, but not really. I love that candy cane stripe. It's sort of like a mint green and red rather than it being a Christmassy red, Christmas green. You've got a little bit of holly in there. Again, we've got this in the 5-inch, 10-inch and in the strip sets. But it's just really fresh and modern take on Christmas. I love that aqua that they've put in with it. It just really pulls it through. So it's Christmassy, but not, Father Christmas and Snowman Christmassy, which means you can use it pretty much all year round then. All the way through to that green. And then you've just got that little bit of aqua in there, which lifts it. I think it makes it really, really fresh and modern. So they're all on the website too. Again, you can use the 10% code off them as well, but they're brand new. I've only, last week, I think they came in. What else have I got for you? I've got fat eights. I've got fat eights coming out of me ear rolls at the moment. There are so many. So we've done a little offer on the fat eights. It will be a lucky dip. You won't know what you're getting, but I will try and give you a full range. A fat eighth is sort of 22 inches by 10 inches wide. So you're getting a decent piece there. If you can cut square, if you're doing scrappy quilts and stuff, you can cut quite a lot of squares. If you do a lot of appliqué, they're great for when you only need that little bit of fabric. And I think I've done them as £8 for 12. I can't remember, but they're on the website. Have a look in the Secret Sewing Club section. But again, if you put the discount code in, you'd get an extra 10% off as well. So you're getting 12 for I think £8. What's next? Got just a couple of other things and then we'll get straight to demo. Okay, I managed to pick up some of these. So if you go to a lot of classes and stuff and you want to reduce the amount of things that you take to class, this is a really handy little one. You have got a really nice seam ripper one end like that, and on the other end, as we're all getting a little older, you've got a needle threader. Okay, one of the little white, I know that's really, really hard for you to see, but there's a needle thread on the other side. So really, really nice little things. I think they're £1.25, something like that. So again, extra little thing to pop into your basket. I've got a few, again, I've been having a massive sort out this month. The amount of boxes we've got in the back of the shop where we're like, oh, I didn't realise I had those. These were the dessert rolls from Moda, the celebrating 50 years of Moda. We did some quilts with them. There is a quilt pattern that I've done with it. We did take them onto Sewing Street, and I had 4 left, which I didn't realise I had. So I've put these on as well. Each strip, if I just open this up a second, each strip has 4 fabrics on it. So you've got, like that green one, you've got 4 different fabrics on each strip. And because they're 5 inches wide, you can actually get, it's 11 inches, that section. So you'd get 2 5-inch squares if you were doing charm pack patterns. And then, you know, obviously 2 out of that one. So you're getting a lot of different fabrics in that for the price. They were already reduced. I put them on at 35 because they were 48. But again, you can use that 10% as well and get a further 10% off it. And then last thing, and then we'll go and do a little demo. I had some of these left from Sewing Street last month. These were the Herbie tote bag, which I very stupidly forgot to pick up the finished sample, which is annoying me. I'll get it in a bit while Nicola's demoing. So you get a full pattern in there. You're getting webbing and your embroidery threads and all in there. But what this is, it's a really, what do you call this fabric, Hayley? I forgot, what was it called? It was like a canvas, half
Panama.
There you go, half Panama. I couldn't remember the Panama thing the other day when I was up, someone was asking me what it is. It's a really lovely weight for a tote bag. And it's got a pre-printed panel in the center there, which you would embroider. Okay, if I just come back over to the bigger one. So you could embroider this, just do red work or any embroidery stitches. I actually played around, and again, I'll get that sample in a moment, with my Inktense pencils, and actually like did some watercolor painting into it rather than embroider. Or you could, you know, do a bit of both. You know, if you want to back stitch round and then paint into it, you can. So you can decorate that up as you like. And then the panel, it's very hard to show you because I haven't got much space here. So the panel's printed in the middle. You're going to cut it out. You've got your seam allowances all there. You're going to fold it over on those little marks there, like that. Obviously, that bit would be cut out there. And that piece covers any of your embroidery and all that you've done here. Okay, so you haven't got any threads or anything showing. And then the back piece comes up like that. You've got another couple of little marks here, and that's your hemline. So you would just hem that bottom, that piece at the back. And then you just French seam the sides. So it's nice and easy. You would stitch down to start with and then turn it through and stitch it again. If we get a chance to, I'll do a demo on this later on how you actually put it together. And it becomes a really, really nice tote bag. You've then got a really nice 100% cotton webbing, which would make your straps and everything. So if you like a little bit of red work, I think there's about 20 of those left. And that was it, because I didn't give Sewing Street all of them. I kept a few for us. So that's everything I've got to show you. But remember, that code will work website wise. Okay. What I thought we'd demo today is a block that we haven't done for ages and ages and ages. And it's it's like an old favorite. It's a really, really quick one to do.
Sarah, just before you start, what was the code again?
Oh, yeah. So it was SSC 10. So if you put, so it's just a Secret Sewing Club SSC 10, and that'll take 10% off at checkout for you. Okay.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Thank you.
Rightio. So I'm going to use the number 4 in the Fairy Frost. And first thing we're going to do is we're just going to make some strip sets. This whole block is a scrap happy block, and it's one of those really quick ones. If you like chain piecing, you've got something quick you need to make, it grows really fast, and I like it. I'd forgotten about it. I haven't done it for ages and ages, and I was like, ooh, it looked really cute in these fabrics. So I've cut my jelly roll strips in half. You don't need to. You would make a full strip set with the full length of the jelly roll, but I've done it for easiness for demo space, okay? So we're going to make some 4 patches to start with. So I'm going to do 2 and 2 together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And we're just going to make some strip sets to start with. And you would do this with all of your jelly roll strips. But you can make quite a few blocks from one of those little strip rolls, those new ones. So I thought it'd be a nice one because it comes together and it looks way more complicated than it actually is, which I like. You know that. I like something that looks hard and really wasn't. So whip all the way down there, nice and easy. Just line them up. You can pin them if you want, but I never bother. You know this. All the way down. Oh, I need a new needle in. I can hear that's like popping. Need to put a new needle in there. We had a lovely class yesterday. We had 16 women come and do a curved floral class with us. It's really, really nice. Everybody doing their cheats curves with no pins, as always. But it was a really lovely day, actually. Really, really nice to actually teach in person for a change. I haven't done it for a little while. So, right, back over we go. Right, let me just get rid of those fat 8s out of the way. And then we're just going to iron these to one side. So just relax your stitches first of all. And then press this out. And like I said, you would do this with like the full length of the jelly roll strip. Well, there we go. So how is everyone? Is everyone okay? Are you all right? Do let me know in the comments. What are you doing today? Are you sewing along while you're watching us, or are you just vegging out and having a nice lazy?
I can give you some information. Liz says they're gorgeous. I need some of those. I don't know which one she was looking at though. So just all of it, I think.
Absolutely.
Lots of hellos and highs from people, and then a lot of people right at the beginning saying we can't hear me, but I fixed that now. It happens every week. I don't know why anybody's surprised anymore.
It's like tradition now.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. Right. What I'm going to do for quickness as well with this is I'm just going to sort of lay my jelly roll strips, not totally on top of each other, but like that. And you could lay up as many strip sets as you want. And then we're going to chop these up. I'm going to use a strip set ruler, a shape cut ruler, because it's nice and easy. I'm going to cut these up to 2.5 inch wide. Okay, so I'm going to go up my 2.5 and then my 5, 7.5 and 10. So I've got all of those little ones already done. And if you've got a shape cut plus, which is the extra big one, you can keep going, but just reline that up back on the 0 like that. And I'm using one of the seams there. Just re-up there, and then I can get another 2.5, 5. And then we're going to make some 4 patches with these. Okay, so get rid of all that bit. Now, I would cut all of these up, and I would then make, and I've done, here's some I prepared earlier in true Blue Peter style. Mix and match them. You make your 4 patches. There we go. So you've got lots of different colours in there. See, those are a bit too similar for me, so I'm going to put that one in there. Let's do those 2. We're going to make, again, chain piece, lots of these all together to make a load of 4 patches. Okay, so we're going to do at least 4 to start with. Because I've ironed them all to one side, just turn these so that the seams are going in opposite directions, and then you can nest that little center seam. Okay, and we're going to just put all of these together. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. So let's just grab a few of those, and we'll make a few 4 patches nice and quickly. So it's all super simple to start with. So how many of you are coming to festival? Oh, hang on, let me get over onto that one. Who's coming to see us at festival? Oh, all of us, because Hayley's going to be there as well. Nicola's going to be there. Lots and lots of people. Are you going to be joining? Are you going on a coach trip? Are you just coming up for the day? Have you booked workshops?
Can I just go for the day?
What's that, lovely?
Can I just go for the day?
Can you just go for the day? Nope, afraid not, missus.
But that means we can go out now. Oh, should we have a secret sewing club dinner while we're there?
Oh, we should do, shouldn't we? That would be good.
We? Nicola, I know you can still hear me. Yes, you up for that? Yeah, no, we've got nods from Nicola. She's up for that as well.
Lovely. Cool. Yeah.
Dave, it's okay. Is Dave coming? Dave's coming. Hang on, I've got her on mute. Hang on. Sorry, I had you on mute, my lovely. Excellent. Well, we'll squeeze you in. Yes, definitely. Nicola's up for it, and Dave, and Steph. We're going to have a lovely time.
Yeah. Who else is coming? I don't know if Sasha's coming. John will be there as well.
Sasha's there.
John's exhibiting.
John, I think, is on the hanging team for the quilts. I don't think he's actually got a stand. Sasha is working with Soak and Flatter.
Yeah. Gail's going to be with us on the Friday and Saturday for Gail from Mended Thread.
I know Pa's Rulers, they've got a stand. So yeah, gang's all there.
Yeah, we can get a few in, can't we? We should do it, definitely.
Let's see. Eileen says she started making a few tablet pillows.
Nice.
And having a birthday do for her hubby this afternoon with her boys. Jane says she's just eating lunch. Dinner prepared, now sitting on my hands. She purchased 7 FFPs. So that's fabric foundation piecing. So
Fabulous.
Well, because it's usually for FPP, isn't it? It's fabric foundation paper piecing. But because it's on fabric, that's where the F and the P slip around. But it's so much easier because it kind of encloses all those seams, gives you a really nice smooth finish on the back, and you don't have to take all the paper out.
Oh, which is just the best thing ever.
Isn't it?
I hate having to take the papers out. Right, you could carry on. I'm going to do one more. But then you just carry on making your 4 patches because this is one element of the little block, okay? So let's do one more and then we're going to take them over and we're going to do the other block and then put the whole thing together. So, right, so whip over to this side again. There we go.
Just while you're heading over there, I have an interesting question.
Okay.
Armoy, I don't know if you know who that is. No knickers today.
No knickers, Moira. No knickers at all. So,
do you want to elaborate on that one?
I will elaborate.
Just leaving that one hanging.
Yeah, no. Well, I could leave you all in suspense, couldn't I? Suspenders and knickers. No, the lovely Moira joined us yesterday on one of the classes, but I was doing a free quilt along a few months ago, and one of the elements, she made me corpse. I have never ever corpsed so much in my entire life, because she said, oh, my husband says that block looks like a pair of knickers. And I'll come back over here. You know, when suddenly something hits you, and I was like, oh my God, it does. It looks like a pair of knickers with bum cheeks. And I just started giggling, and I got the giggles to the point that I couldn't breathe. So she's now Moira Knickers, because we know a few Moiras. She goes, hi, it's Knickers here. So she's my Knickers now.
It's so honestly, it's so easy to accidentally do that. I've done exactly the same. I've got the book here, actually. It was for a blooming book as well, and I didn't see it until it was in the pictures in the book. By that point, it's too late. Yeah. And it was a patchwork thing, and it was interlocking chickens. All good, fine. But then I made the pocket for the apron this kind of similar shape to the shape that the chickens were, just kind of following the patchworks around. Yeah. I'll show you the picture when we come back together. You'll see. Yeah. You'll see. Oh, but then it just looks like pants on an apron, and I'm like, oh God.
So Moira is now Knickers to me. That's her nickname now, because bless her. Made me corpse like.
Are you just doing bits and do you want more information, or do you need to impart information?
What I was going to say, I was just carrying on with these for now. All I'm doing is the little 4 patch trick. So if I come up really nice and close for you, those couple of little seams there, okay, if you just pull those out with a pin, just pull those stitches out, just the 2 that are in the seam allowance. What that allows you to do, and I know I've shown you this loads before, is to put your seams going in opposite directions. It creates a teeny tiny little 4 patch there, and it reduces all the bulk in the center, which means you get really nice, neat points. Okay, it's worth just doing that little step. Excuse me.
Right.
And just pulling out those.
While you're doing multiple ones of those, I shall give you more information. So, Liz has been working on the blocks from yesterday's course. She's finished fabulous. All the blocks. She just needs to sew them together.
Amazing.
Heather's got the golf on one TV and then us on her phone, so she's multitasking.
Good girl. Everyone's
Karen
watching the
Knight
girl as well.
is in her happy place watching Secret Sewing Club and making granny squares for a baby blanket. Mandy Sullivan is heading to the Festival of Quilts.
Excellent.
Sheila is going by coach. Liz is coming on the first day. Heather can't make it this year. She has to work. Sheila has come up with a very good point here. Ladies, what's your stand number? So I'll gather those. I'll put them all in the comments.
Yeah.
And Grace is on a full coach coming from Cardiff.
Excellent. Well done, Grace. We are stand C20. You can't miss us. We are right opposite the VIP section. So as you come in hall 9, we are the first stand you will see. You can't miss us. So please do come and say hello.
Perfect. I'll gather the other stands and I'll put them all in the comments on Facebook.
Lovely. Right. Okay. So just make loads and loads of 4 patches. All right. As many as you want. But you're going to do 4 of these and then we're going to do 4 of the next block. Are you all right for me to carry on with the block, or do you want to switch back over to Nicola? What do you want to do? Should we carry on with the block?
I'm putting them all in the comments, so you just
I've lost you, hon. I can't hear you.
That's because I've turned it off because I was talking to Nicola. I'm just going to talk to Nicola outside of this. You crack on.
Okay, I will crack on.
We'll put it into the comments.
Lovely. Right. So what I'm going to do now, my darlings, is I cut some. So before I sewed my strip sets up, I literally just cut a few 2.5-inch squares off the end of each of my my jelly roll strips. We're going to draw a line on the back of these, like that. So diagonal line right the way across the back.
E29.
And I've cut out some background fabric, 4.5-inch squares. Okay. So I think I worked it out earlier that you can get 16 blocks out of one of the strip sets and 1/2 meter of background fabric, which would make a really nice, play mat, or if you're making for charity quilts, really, really nice little thing you can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in opposite corners. So we're going to put one in the top left and one in the bottom right. So we need one more like that. Okay. And we're just going to alter these now. So they were just snowballing it. So we're going to stitch, if I come up close again, we're going to stitch not directly on the line, just literally a thread away from that line nearest the corner. So when we fold it back, you've got that little bit of wiggle room. Okay, so we're going to do those altered blocks. So back over to the machine. And again, you can chain piece this if you want to. Just line it up in the corner and just run that down. And I'm literally running the needle down the edge. So instead of being right on the pencil line, I'm literally running it down the edge of the pencil line. So you've got a little tiny bit of wiggle room. So I'm just going to do 2 of these because I've already done a few in prep. But you would just chain piece all of these 4.5-inch background fabrics all down one side. Chain piece all the way down, and then you can turn, and we're going to go the other side. So just line that one back up again because it moved like that, and down that side. There we go. Put that one on there. You can clip them apart if you want to beforehand. I tend not to because, again, a bit lazy like that. If it's easier to do it like this, do it. And you do all of them. You need, as many as you need for your blocks. So back over we go. Let's move all these bits out of the way. And those ones as well. I'm going to clip this apart. So it really is just 2 blocks. It's 4 patches, 2 elements to the block. The 4 patches and then these little altered ones. I think we've got a full pattern on our website for this one. It's called Scrap Happy, which gives you detailed instructions on how to do it and how you can put them all together.
Can I ask a question?
Chop those bits off. And then we're just going to gently iron these out.
You know the bits you've just chopped off, Sarah, while you're pressing those out. If you wanted to, before you chopped them off, you know how you've kind of gone down just to the side of your line. Could you do a secondary line so you're basically getting tiny.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if you did 2 lines, so not only your diagonal, but then another one about 1/2 inch away, and you stitch down on that line as well, you'd get little teeny tiny half square triangles which you could use for, you know, fillers or borders and all sorts. They'll come out sort of mini charm size. So, you know, you can use those. They're probably going to go in my scrap bucket, and then I'll think I'm going to do something with it and then not actually do it.
Yeah, but all I was thinking is kind of if you half square triangle them while you were going, you're more likely to use them.
I really am. Absolutely.
That can go in the scrap box. Well, just because the fabric's expensive and you may as well get the most out of it you can.
Yeah, definitely. So you're going to get your altered blocks, which look like that. You should, hopefully, if you've sewn a little bit accurately, they should still measure 4.5. If you've been chattering and not concentrating, you can just square them up just to make sure that teeny tiny little bit there. Just make sure that they are back to 4.5 inches. That one's fine, that side. Oh, car gone past with them all singing happy birthday at the top of their voices. That's all fine that way. That one looks just like it's about right. So I'm just doing the 4.5, 4.5. Teeny tiny bit off that one. Okay. So for each block, you'll need 4 of your altered ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 of your 4 patches. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do now is we're going to alternate these. So you're going to put one like that, like there. And then we're going to put that one like that. So that's your block that you're going to make. Okay. So you're going to keep this going like that with your 4 patches in opposite. You're going to do exactly the same with another one. So 4 patch like that. And then you want the background fabric to go the same way. And then what you would do once you've sewn these as 4 patches is you turn them, you rotate them. So this one goes like that. Yeah. Let me just come to the wide shot a second and I can hopefully lay this out for you. And then while Nicola's actually, see, I don't want that purple touching the purple, so I'm going to turn that one. There we go. And I'll sew this all together for you while Nicola's doing hers in a second. So I'd have another one down here and that would be turned like that. Because it's exactly the same as this one. You're just going to turn it each time. There we go. And can you see you've got these like little bits starting to appear? And then we've got another one which will go in there. Let's do that. Oh no, see, you want to be careful not to get your colours together. And then this one would go down here. And then I've got 2 more. What I'll do is, like I said, while Nicola's demonstrating, I'll put this together so you can see how when you put them all together, you get, you see, hopefully you can see that. Sometimes I need a wider shot. You see how that's starting to come together. So it's just those 2 blocks put together, and then you do exactly the same, as many as you like. And then when you put them together, you just rotate them to create this really pretty, it's a 16 patch, but with these little bits popping out. I have to say, I'm really glad I chose this one now. I'm not normally a fairy frost girl because I don't do glitter. But I do like the colours on this. I think the colours go really, really well together. It's a really pretty sort of, you know, gentle, peacocky look. But yeah, it's a nice, easy block. You don't have to do it like that. You could do them all the same way. So if I do them all the same way for you, like that, you get another look again. Oh, no, that way. There we go. You get another look again happening. So you've got like all that, these like tablet bits happening through it then. So you can play around. It's a very versatile one. You can play around with it. But I'll put it together while Nicola's doing her thing so you can see the finished block. Okay.
Just before we nip back together, Jane has a question about when you add the triangles onto the corners of your kind of your white piece. She says, are you just inside or just outside of that line?
So just inside, lovely. If I just come back over here a second, hang on, let me just move this out of the way. I'll put it back out in a minute. So when I'm adding it on, you just draw a line and I'll hold it right up to the overhead so you can see where I'm stitching. So if that's my diagonal line, okay. Instead of, if I do that, hopefully you can see. So instead of being directly on the line, I'm going corner side. Just this side over here. Okay, so I'm basically running the needle right the way down so that when that folds over, the teeny tiny little bit of fabric you lose in the fold, because you do lose a teeny bit in the fold here, because obviously there's a tiny bit of bulk, that just going just so it's corner side, you're going to stitch just on the outside of the line towards the outer edge. So I'm stitching here nearest the corner. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you can see that.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
I'm coming back to what looks like quite a hot Nicola.
Yeah, I've been fanning myself.
Well, you're kind of in a kind of conservatory bit, aren't you? And I would imagine it's a bit warm. But I must say, the new glasses are lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are these
very
are quite new, aren't they?
They're a bit snazzy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're excellent. I love them.
That quilt behind you is so good. So good. I love it.
Oh, and can I, while you're, I take it, I'm back on. Look, the other side is double.
Oh, amazing.
Because it's Quilt-as-you-go.
Because it's Quilt-as-you-go, isn't it? So all of her things are lovely double.
Can't see all of it, but it's like a big thing.
Being a massive Star Wars nerd, because we're all nerds in my family, it looks like the Death Star. It looks like an Imperial fighter. It looks like an Imperial fighter. I love it.
I like the colours as well. It's like mode of fabric, but you get two different sides to it. So
gorgeous, really beautiful.
Splendid. Right, let's put us. Right, we're all together. So quickly, I have put the stand numbers in the comments on Facebook. But White Gecko, you are on which stand at the Festival of Quilts in 2 weeks' time?
C20.
C20. Nicola.
E29.
E29, and I'm on neighbours practically. I'm on C40. So
yeah,
I'm
I think
you're
in
between the two of you.
Yeah, literally. Look, I'm in there, and I think you're like one row back from me.
I am.
And I'm corner.
And you're just round the corner. Are you through the tunnel?
Oh, well, where the quilts are when you come and walk. Oh, I don't know where I am actually. I'm near the tunnel.
Oh yeah, you are. You're in the same bit as us then, lovely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think C, D, and E. So you've got the quilt section. Where you go in the VIP, you've got all the quilts there.
Yeah.
And then you've got C, D, and E in that section. And then you go through the tunnel to the next section.
Oh, we're all pre-tunnel then. So you know where to find us all.
For us, so we can direct people, and they get back to us and they go, "You've got to go and see Sara at White Gecko." That way, this way, this way. We get you all moving.
Lovely, Nicola. Have you and Dave fixed your technical issue? I think you have, because you haven't been flickering.
Who knows, Hayley? It could all go bananas again.
All right. Well, we'll give it a go.
Yeah,
we'll get on.
A new setup yet again, because the old setup didn't work. So we've got another new setup, and then we got that green thing going on, and then I froze.
Yes, but you're fixed now. You're all good. Well, I think we go while the going's good.
Yeah.
We hand it over to you.
Okay, so as I said before, got the 3.5-inch sets with the quilt. I don't know if you saw it. Got a lovely quilt, and I'm all in the wrong place. I have made this gorgeous bag with the 3.5 using the denim inside. You can't really use the denim as the backing because you can't double turn it. It's a bit clunky. So I got that. This is going to be a blog post. Now, I was hoping to do it next week, but because of festival, it's going to be after festival now. I'm just so busy. And there's only me and Dave and Steph. We can't get it all done. I started making a bag. I'm taking to festival. I needed a big bag because I like a big bag at festival because I take so much rubbish with me. And I had some leftovers, so I'm going to do a little demo on them. I've got a new large caddy, some medium caddies in gorgeous fabrics. I'm going to show you how to make a little pot. I've got jewellery. I've got, these are my favourite. So I had to have a sewing project while Wimbledon was on. And it had to be hand sewing. So look at what I've made. Aren't they just yummy? So the kit comes So you can have either apple core or hexagons. So that is one kit. You can make one purse, but you can either do hexagons or apple cores, and it works for either. So the fabric amount is a bit different from what's on the pattern because there's more, so that you can make either or. And likewise for the rainbowy multi version, you can make apple core or hexagon. So that's cool. I made that for festival. And then I've got 2 more bags that I need to reach for. I'm going to try and stay in. Look at this new zip bucket bag. Oh, it's delicious. And then last but not least, I'm just going to grab, I've got a Tula pink rabbit bag. Look at that. Love the rabbit. So they're the new products that I've got on. And on the Secret Sewing Club, you get 10% discount on those up until tonight. And that's an automatic. We've put that on, so that will come off. And as I'm doing the jewellery today as well, I said that nearly correctly. I have a thing with that word. I'm doing 10% discount on all the jewellery. See, I can't say it. On all the that section of my website too. So if you go onto that section, the jewellery section, you'll get automatic 10% off of that too till the end of the night. But I'm going to show you one of the little free projects I've got on the May challenge using the 3.5-inch hexagon and half hexagon is these little pot. Now this I made in a 2.5-inch hexagon, but I wanted to make a bigger one. Now, I had some leftover hexagons from the bag that I made. So I am going to make this into a pot. So what I'm going to do, let's go to the overhead. Let's move some of this out of the way. I'm going to show you how to make a half hexagon, but I'm going to show you how it is laid up. Oh, that's my base. That one's going to be my base, and I'm going to have that showing up in my pot. And then I'm going to have one like that. And then I've lost it now. Hang on. No, that's it. I'm going I'll get there in the end. I'm going to have that one there, and then I'm going to have another one here. I've got to make this, and then that goes there, and I'm making a tube, and that goes to the base. But what I'm going to do is show you the half hexagon because it has pesky points. So let's move those out of the way. And here you can see I've got the outer cut. Let's go to this. I've got the outer cut from my template. And then I've got the wadding and the main cut from the middle bit, which I've lost somewhere on the table. And what you do is you pop this back over your fabric, and this leaves that recess. This is the whole magic of Quilt-as-you-go. And I'm sure you've seen this before, but I'm going to do the pesky points today, which is quite important. And then once I finish my demo and we're back with the other girls, I'm going to carry on stitching and hopefully get the pot made while the other girls are working. So I put the wadding in there and I put the fabric on there as well. And then I'm going to pin that in place like that. And then I can remove, and I've got a cat. I've got a cat in the way. Ella, you'll have to move because I'm busy demonstrating.
Join in.
Dave has just grabbed her, so that's fine. And what we're going to do, I normally start with this edge. Now, I'm not a quilt police person, so you go round it however you want. But what I do is I finger press that edge of fabric to meet the edge of the inner shape. So this is the same process for all of my templates. And I put a couple of clips in. I turn it, and can you still hear me, Hayley? As something's gone ping this end. Perfect. Good. Oh, I've hung again, Hayley.
Don't worry, stay. I'm going to sort it.
I think.
Keep still. Yeah.
I know.
We don't see any of Dave's shorts or anything, so
Luckily, he's got long trousers on today.
splendid. That's good news. Hang on, I'm just waiting for my camera to readjust itself because it went on a bit of a. Oh, it's gone very wonky. It's still wonky, but it's the best we're gonna get. It's the best we're gonna get. Let's quickly unmute Sarah there.
Hello.
So, yeah, very, very rare technical difficulties from Daisy and Grace there. So, hey ho. Claire Dean, hi everyone.
We'll
Lovely
muddle
products
through
and
until
demos
they're
today.
ready.
Currently working on a hand-stitched Quilt-as-you-go hexagon quilt started during the 2023 challenge. Right, so what we'll do, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will.
You got stuff to show them today, Hayley?
Give me 2 seconds. We'll have to chat amongst ourselves for 2 seconds. While I just set up the overhead because the overhead kind of gets in the way of everything else. So
Okay, well, let me just I can have a little look at comments, see if anybody's had a little chat about anything while
just quickly do
just while Hayley's doing that. Oh, hi Jean, how are you, my lovely? Oh, Liz says she's going to Festival of Quilts for the first time. She can't wait.
Oh, you'll love it.
Come and say hello. It's a different beast to any other quilt show you've ever been to. It's crazy busy, but the quilts that they've got there, they're just
they're absolutely
stunning, aren't they?
They're amazing.
Amazing.
Right.
They really are.
Oh, are we back in the room?
I think we may be.
We may be back in the room. Okay. Oh.
That one. Leave it. Oh, that's perfect.
Okay. I'll give it a minute.
Shall we try again?
Okay, no problem. I shall pass it back to you.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that. So I have clipped the outer edge and I really wanted to show you these pesky points because the first time you do them, you think they're pesky, but they aren't. They really are quite easy. Otherwise, we wouldn't make whole quilts with them. So we double turn this edge and then this bottom edge, I'm just double turning again and then fold again. And we get this little dog end here. I don't know if my scissors, you can see this little dog end. And we're just going to tuck that under like that. And I'm going to pop a pin in there. And then I'm going to the other end and double turn like so. And then we're going to pop this end in as well. So like that, we're going to pop that in. And then we're going to hand sew all the way around. So I'm going to try this other camera, which hopefully won't be a problem. And I've run my thread up underneath. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to hand sew this one. I love a bit of hand sewing. I'm just taking the needle through the main fabric, through the wadding, which quilts it, that keeps all the layers together, and then running the needle back into the binding on the very edge and catching that very edge of the binding. Now, I love doing this. This is just so relaxing, unlike the camera. And getting the technical things right. I love this. So this will calm me down. And a top tip, you use a thread that matches your binding. Don't be tempted to match it to the main fabric. Always match it to your binding. So you can't see my stitches as I go, but hopefully you can see the movement that I'm doing. you can see that I'm catching the edge there. Now I will keep sewing this while the other girls are doing demos, and I'll see if I can make a pot by the end of it. So we'll have to watch this space. This is the last piece I need for making the pot. So I'm just going to stop at this edge, and I'm going to show you how you join the pieces as well. So let me just pop that in there. Let's go back to the front. So I'm going to just show you how you join these pieces together as well. So I've got these two here. I'm going to go back to the Zoom, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to pop this one in here. So I'm going to have blue up here. Let's move that. I'm going to have a blue up here and a blue down here. So what we're going to do, I put right sides together, and I take a couple of clips and I pop so that the points meet there, and I pop a clip in there and the point meets at that end. Now I've got pink thread actually. I've got some white, and I'm going to use this to show you the stitches, so hopefully you can see the stitches. I'm going to pop a little knot in there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the needle into my quilt here and run it up to the end. Let's see, I think the sewing machine one might be better for this. So I've run it through there and pulled it in. So the knot is concealed in this section here. And then I take the other side of the fabric here, and I'm just going to pop a little knot by running my needle through that loop. And I'm going to do a couple of little over sews. Now, because this is a point, you've got a little bit where the tail could come out. You're going to sew that so that that doesn't come out. So we're catching that with our over sew. Just a couple of little stitches like that. So you can sort of see it with the white thread, but not very well. Just do a couple of little over sews, and then I'm going to do a Nicola stitch. So that's where the opening was in the half hexagon. Now I'm going to do a Nicola stitch, and this is a bit like a ladder stitch and a bit like an over sew put them together. So I take a bit of the pink and I run it through, and I'm really sorry, this is disastrous. That's Dave's phone ringing now. Oh, it's disaster. Yeah,
oh,
you just
now I think Dave might. Oh, okay.
Dave has just taken one of the cameras out as well. He's got in front of the camera and took it out. This is like a nightmare. Now I've lost everything. Can you still see me?
Yes, we can still see you. You can't see me though because I've turned that one off. Just bear with me. I'll turn that back on.
So we're back. I hopefully. Oh my goodness!
I can hear a cat now as well.
Oh my goodness! Oh, it's crazy. We're going to keep going. So I'm going to go back to this camera. Hopefully, hey, it's there.
You're back.
Oh, it's flickering now. Can't do that. It's going mad in the corner. Let's go back to the front because this is the front one's okay.
To be fair though, Nicola, I'll be honest. Out of everybody, I think you and Sarah have maybe had the fewest technical difficulties. So you were due one.
Oh, thank you.
You were due one. It's fine.
Dave's now telling me that I've got to try the other camera again, just see if it's working. So bear with me, peeps.
Okay, that's fine.
No, that's hung on something else. That was before it went. No.
Right, so where you're up to at the minute, you've shown people how to do the pesky points. You have shown them how to do, so it's just putting them together.
Yeah.
That we're doing at the minute.
Well, look, I think if this is all right with you, if I hand over to somebody else, because we are having
That's
Dave's
fine.
things.
I've been to the kitchen and I've
Yeah,
got
it's
the bits
all
and
fun
pieces that
again.
we've got on today, so we can do that.
Okay.
We can do that. So that
I'm
is
really
no
sorry.
problem. Just that's all right. Hey,
Oh.
we all have these days. This is the way that it goes. Let me just get this one back on. Oh, I should really take the passcode off this one. There we go. Right. Let's. Oh, it's quite dark, that one, isn't it? Just trying to watch all of the wires because there are so many wires here. There's a mouse as well. That's fine, right? Let's get rid of the mouse. Let's just move the iron a little bit because we don't need that, but put it on something that isn't going to burn. Okay, so let me see if I can get a bit more light on this mat here because okay, mine's working. Right, we're good. Just keep going, Nicola. We will come to you once you have sorted it out. So, no, sorry, Nicola's just talking to me at the same time. No, it won't matter if you disappear. We've got this. Sarah and I have got stuff that we can do. I'm just trying to precariously balance a light now. It is proper sketchy. Okay, I'm going to hang on to it with one hand because I do not trust myself with this. So, what we have is we have some beautiful, I don't really want to, okay, can I, there's got to be a way I can get this somewhere that's less precarious than I had it. Okay, so what we've got is a selection of packs. There are 3 different sizes. So we've got what we call a tranquility pack, which is the little 2.5-inch square one. We've got a unity pack, which is this one here, which is your 5-inch pack. For reasons that Sarah went into earlier, we can't call them what we all know them by because they are trademarked by Moda. But then we also have the 10-inch pack, which is the harmony pack. Now, all of these have exactly the same fabrics in. I'm going to show you the smaller one just because that's an easier one for me to get on the board. So we have, these are packs of 20. So these are really nice for little small projects. You're getting 4 squares of each. So there's 4 different fabrics and there's 4 squares of each. Now, because these are so little and dinky, you can, although these 4 are from the same piece of fabric, I mean, no, those 2 look entirely different just because the background is so different. And the beauty of batiks as well is if one side's a little bit too bright for you, because it's dyed all the way through, you can always use the opposite side. So this is the pinks option. Now I have added a 10% discount code. Again, it's the same as Sarah's. It's all of website because Emma usually does the codes. Emma's not here. I panicked and I made a code. So it's SSC10, so S for sugar or S for secret, S for sewing, C for club, and then 10. And that will give you 10% off the entire website, including these beautiful packs that I'm showing you here. So this is the pinks, and then that one is the last one that's within the pinks. Let me just shuffle the whole thing up a bit and then you'll be able to see. So that one, really, really cute. Now the next one I am going to try and do in a slightly larger size for you, just so you can see, but you might have to bear with me because I'm single-handed because my clamp for the light has fallen down and that's all I have. So then we've got the blues set. So the blues set, again, you have the harmony option, which is 10-inch. Oh, that's the other one on the floor. Then we have, oh, that looks like palm trees. If I turn it that way up, I've only just noticed that one looks like palm trees. Then we have Unity, which is this one. That's the 5-inch. Now this is exactly the same set, but it looks entirely different because a different one's on the top there. And then we've got Tranquility, which is the 2.5-inch one. So I'm going to take the big one and the little one away, and we're going to have a look at this size. I must apologise, my fingernails look absolutely disgraceful. We made a curry last night, we used a lot of turmeric, and now my my fingernails are yellow. So we're going to just hope that that goes before we've got Sewing Street on Saturday. If not, and I've got bright red fingernails, which I never ever have, you will know why. So this one, all those shades of blue, all those shades of turquoise. This is a really, really pretty pack, this one. That looks the same as that one. Have I missed one? There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Look at those. Really, really pretty colours in this one. Really, really kind of... That one's the same as that one. Ah, we're going round again, I think. So there we go. And then that one. It's got some beautiful kind of salt dye detail in that one. That one. Oh, I'm trying to get them matched up. Ah, there you go. Then this one. Then what we think might be palm trees, but we're not sure. And then this one. This one is the one that kind of throws you off a bit, but it's really important to have that extra colour, because then that gives you that little bit of contrast. So you can kind of move those colours around, and you can have, because if they were all together and they were all this kind of tone, you wouldn't notice them as much, but by chucking in that little bit of green, it just gives that kind of zing of another colour. And now if you don't like the green, you can always take that out. You can use that in a different project. You can maybe use it, you know, either in another project, or you can use it as a lining, or maybe just a border or a binding, just to use that up. But I think it really works with it. I think that green just really gives it that kind of pop of colour. And remember, I flipped those over. If you don't like it as that really, really bright zingy green, you can always flop it over and it will kind of just dull it down a little bit for you. So that's the blues. And then the final one I've got, now these are all on the Craft Yourself Silly website. They are within the, I've done pink, it's purples. They are within the Secret Sewing Club section. So then we've got the purple option. Now the purples and the blues, these will work beautifully together, because you've got kind of so many coordinating colours in any of these. So the purples with the pinks, or the purples with the blues, or if you want the contrast, go for the pinks and the blues. Absolutely no reason why you can't. They are all kind of, you know, it was all picked within the same colour palette so that they would work together. So there's 3, ooh, come on, 4, there's one more, which will be this one, 5. So that's the colours you're getting within the purple set. That again comes in your, they're all 20 pieces in these. That is your 5.5 inch. You've got your little ditty 2.5 inches, and you've got your 10 inch option as well. Obviously the 10 inch, you get much more an idea of the whole pattern that comes within each one. With the 2.5 inch, you're getting just a tiny snapshot of that. So especially with the batiks, where there's a lot of colour change over one piece of fabric, for example with this one, with that single piece of fabric that's there, you could get a 2.5 inch square that has that more turquoisey background, or you could end up with the 2.5 inch square that's got a far more purple background. So you get a lot more kind of, they look a lot different in the 2.5s, but any size of these will work, especially if something like you were doing something like Sarah's quilt that she showed you before. These would be perfect for cutting up into the 2.5 inch squares. Or if you wanted to do it the opposite way around and maybe use plainer colours for the outside and have the bit that was going to be your kind of diagonal border all the way around, you could use those for that. It's entirely up to you, but they are all absolutely beautiful and all 10% off with that extra code. Let me find the buttons. There we go. Ooh. Just gonna let go and hope it doesn't crash to the floor. We're fine. We're all good. So I will quickly show you the website. I'll show you where they are, and then we will hopefully head back and catch up with Nicola again. So let me press the website button. Where's the website? There it is. Okay, so that is the Craft Yourself Silly website. Why won't you scroll to the top of the Craft Yourself Silly website? Why are you stuck? Am I scrolling the wrong way? It won't scroll. Let me just do a little refresh, see if that'll help. Why is it popping right up there? I can't scroll. It's my own website and I can't work it. Oh, poop. Okay, so yeah, there's the Craft Yourself Silly website. I can't show you where you need to be because for some reason it will not scroll. And I don't think I cut the website anyway. Right, there we go. Go! Oh. What is going on today? Why won't it cut to the website? Oh, I'll give up. You've just got me looking really frustrated. Cut. Do the thing. No, it's not happening. It's not having it. Okay. It worked for Daisy and Grace. Doesn't want to work for me. That's fine. I don't know why it's stuck there. See, yours... Oh. Now, I must have done something because it's jumping to the bottom of everybody's page now. I don't know. Right. I am going to come back to everybody because I need to find out what's going on there. Where are you? There you are. Everybody. Right. Don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to go and fix it. It's just technical nightmare. It's almost like it knows where we will say what's going on because we have been doing Secret Sewing Club since November. Yeah, it won't. For some reason, it won't let me cut to everybody. It's just staying on. It's just staying on me. It won't let me cut to everybody. Why is it doing this? Honestly, yeah, it's I don't know what the issue is, and I don't know. Oh, there we go. I do not know what's happened there. Right. Well, at least I can switch it. I don't know what it's why it's done that, but it's at least
just having a funny 5 minutes.
I'll be going again in a minute, so I'm only here in little sections.
So, well, do you want to have another little section now then?
Oh, no.
See if I can get you a bit more.
Oh no, it's gone again.
Has it?
Oh
no, you seem fine on here.
Okay, sorry, it's just something this end has happened, but Dave's telling me off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to cut to you, or you gonna give it a go?
Can we just have a chat between us?
Yeah, of course we can. We love a little chat between us.
Yeah, just in case. Let's see how it goes.
So, shall we fill you all in with what's going on?
Yeah.
Secret Sewing Club wise. So,
yeah.
Obviously, we started this in November, and it came off the back of Create and Craft going down. Yeah, we've all had a lovely time. But what's happened is, at that point, nobody had their own. Well, few people had their own setups, because I know, Sarah, you were instrumental in helping a lot of people get their own setups set up. But now most people have, and they've kind of found their own little slots at various times on Facebook and on YouTube. And it's almost like we're not that we're not needed anymore, but it's not as important as it was, because people have now got themselves sorted out with things like Sewing Street, and we know we can't say anything, but we know there's a new one on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody can say anything, but there is a new one on the horizon. So it's kind of not as needed as it was. We were going to shut it down completely and make 2 weeks' time the last one. We were going to do a a walk around on Saturday at the Festival of Quilt, so everybody could see everybody's stands and things like that. We're still going to do that, but then we've been chatting, and I think we're kind of almost at the decision, aren't we? We don't know what the decision is yet. There's still more chatting to do, but oh, hello.
No.
That's what you get from Secret Sewing Club. Random lions walking into shop.
Hello.
Which one's that one?
That's Jasper.
Is that the one that was poorly?
Yes, he's wonky-legged now.
Okay. Well, he seems to be able to get up on the table fine.
Yeah, he's got an assault course going from chair up. I've got birds fighting in the garden.
Oh, no. It's just not your day today, Nicola.
No, it's not my day today. I think it knows that this is it.
Well, it's not. It's potentially not it. So the kind of, it's maybe slowing down but not stopping. I think that's kind of where we're heading with it.
Yeah, because we had a lovely time. When I'm
we do have a lovely time to ourselves. So.
Most times I have a lovely time. Today I'm not
Yes.
having such a lovely time.
Well, we're going to continue talking. Something we think will continue after the beginning of August. We don't know what format that will be in yet. Once we know, obviously we will let you guys know, because we do get lots of people saying, you know, they like what we do and they enjoy the Sunday afternoons. So something will happen going forward, but we don't know what that is yet. So as soon as we know,
there are chats to be had.
Yes, there are chats to be had. So that is fine. Right. Do you think you want to give this another go?
Shall we?
Yes.
Go on.
Let's try.
It's going to be yes.
Don't go unlucky, babe. Don't go unlucky. It'll be fine.
Are you ready?
Oh, go on.
There you go.
Oh. So, while all the madness and technical issues were happening, I've done a little bit of stitching. So I have joined one of my half hexies onto my hexagon. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Looks like an airline logo or something. There's a logo that looks like that, isn't there? And I've carried on stitching this, and I'm nearly at my pesky point. So I'm going to go to another camera. So, no, I'm not. That's why I pressed the wrong button. So here is my corner here. And I'm going to carry on sewing down there till I get to that point, because I want to show you how I stitch this corner. So I'm going down here, and then I'm going to catch the corner. Oh, and now we've got the Jasper cat meowing as well.
Like it. I mean, this is what the secret.
Crazy, isn't it?
The shot looks beautiful and it's beautifully lit. It really is a lovely shot. But yes, we do enjoy the cat just randomly meowing in the background.
So can you hear me still? And
yes, we can
am I
hear
still
you.
moving?
It looks lovely. You're all good.
So I've just stitched down this section. Oh, let me move that so you can see it better. So I've stitched down here. My needle's a bit small. Let me do it with my scissors. So I've stitched down here and I've secured this point here. And then all I do is run my needle through all the layers back to this point here. And then I start sewing that section there. So I'm going to... Now, I'm wondering whether to finish this off camera while somebody else is doing it and then go on to something else. What do you think, Hayley? Can I ask your opinion?
So, yes, of course. What?
So, shall I was going to, this is only hand sewing, so I can do this off camera when everyone's, shall I go on to something else?
Yeah, well, maybe take everybody through the kits that you've got on your website. And
Yeah.
what have you got a code for your discount, or is
No.
it's just automatically on there?
You automatically get it. Now, there's one thing I forgot to tell you. Let me go to the front camera. Let me put my sewing
Oh,
down.
the website scrolling's fixed as well. Oh, I don't know what was
Yay!
going on.
I'm not.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Okay. So, do
Hayley.
you want me to, Nicola, do you want me to hop onto your website, or are you going to just take them through the products?
shall I take them through the products and
That's
then you
fine.
can sort your
I'll
code
go
out?
and, I'll go and fix. Apparently, my code for the Craft Yourself Silly one isn't working, so I'm going to go and fix that, and Nicola's going to go and do her thing.
Yeah. So what I did forget to tell you, so the 3.5 hexagon and half hexagon are in the Secret Sewing Club section, which you get 10% discount on. But if you buy the two together, you get a discount anyway. So you'll get a discount if you buy the two, and then you'll get another 10%. I've got Dave talking to me in my ear.
The 10% discount on that, so you'll get the 10%.
When they buy the two?
Yeah, they won't get 2 discounts, they get 1 discount.
I'm saying you only get 1 discount. I don't know what's going on. You get, I don't know. You get discount. You get 10% discount on the templates. You'll get a 10% discount on the pattern. Then you get 10% on all my new kits that are on Secret Sewing Club. And there are a lot. I've been sewing like a demon, getting ready for festival. So these are all ready for festival. Now, this is slightly different. I made this a little while ago. Now, this is a new jewellery kit. See, I can't say jewellery. Why can I not say that word? Necklace. Pardon? Accessory kit. Yeah, like it. So I don't know if you can hear Sarah at White Gecko. So Sarah's just told me accessory kit. I like it. So you're getting a kit like this, and you can make this beautiful necklace, earrings, and brooch. Now, I made for Stitch, I was wearing an outfit and I needed a new necklace. This kit has come from this. So I made this to go with an outfit. And there's a lot of Liberty fabric in that. And I was wearing it and everyone wanted that kit. They didn't want the kits that I was making. So I got in touch with lovely Michael at EQS and asked him to help because he supplies Liberty fabric. So I've got these beautiful range. Look at those fabrics. Beautiful range of Liberty fabrics. And you can make this necklace, the brooch, and the earrings. It's all in the back there, all that you need to make all 3 items, well, 4 items if the earrings are separate, on hexagons. So this kit is going to be £15, but at the moment only, you can get 10% off. So it's not that expensive either. You get all the hexagons that you need. So you get hexagons that remain in the jewellery and hexagons that come out. The ones that come out you can reuse. So there you go. You can do some more. But not only that, there's 10% discount on the section of my website for the accessories. So head on to the website and you can get 10% off all of that too, because there's obviously my triangle one, there's other hexagon versions, and you can buy extras. So there's cord, there's earring backs, all that sort of thing. That's all 10% off on that section of my website as well. So this is what I will be demoing next, but let me put this aside because I want to show you the kits as well. So this is a brand new zip bucket bag kit. Thank you, Jasper. He loves this one. He's just told me. You can make it with a zip, so it's complete. Let me. I don't know what I've got actual kits in this, so and some cardboard. So you can unzip this. It's a lovely big bag, or you can make it without this top section, and it becomes like a basket. You can use it like a basket. So in that kit, that is, I think it's £42, but you get 10% off, and you get the 5-inch square, the 2.5-inch square, all your backing fabric, all this beautiful main fabric, the zip, some wadding, not wadding, interlining for the handle and interlining for the base, because the base is sturdy. It's got heavy weight interlining in the base. So that's one kit that I've made for festival. You can get your hands on it earlier. Then we've got this lovely Tula pink bag, and this is my So Organised caddy bag, and it's got these lovely tabs and a zip. Look at the lining, luscious turquoise lining. That, I can't remember the price of that, but again, you get 10% discount off of that, and that's that. This is one of the newer, I think it only came out a month or so ago, of the Tula pink fabric. Look at that lovely cheeky feather on the front there. Love it. So I'm hoping you'll buy these, and then I can use the samples, because I make them for myself, really. It's just a byproduct that you get to buy them too.
To be honest, I'm impressed that you've got the time to make it, because obviously it used to be like that, but then unfortunately we went a bit more industrial, and there's just not enough hours in the day, is there? No,
there isn't. No, I don't know what anything else apart from work is. Although I'm still running.
Oh, fabulous! Because when did you start that?
That's
started a while now.
Yeah, I did the Couch to 5K, and I did my graduation run the other week, and I came 8th in my age range.
Now, I'm going to assume that's very good, and there weren't just 8 people running.
Hayley, how dare you? How dare you? There were a lot of us oldies. Well, not lots. But,
I mean, to be fair, I would be happy if I was 8th out of the 8. I would be happy just to complete it.
I did it in a really good time as well. I was really impressed. I did it in 33 minutes. For a 5K, I thought was very good for me for my first one. And the best thing was, in the week, I've joined a running group, and there's a blooming big hill where I live. I ran up it on Wednesday.
Oh!
Ran and walked, but I got to the top with a lot
that's
of help,
fine. You see,
with a lot of encouragement. I was like, I can do it.
You walk the last little bit the first time, and then the next time you walk a little bit less of it, and then before you know it,
I'll be sprinting.
You'll be sprinting up there.
Apparently, we're doing sprint training this week.
Oh.
Check me out. Usain Bolt. I have nothing on you.
I am, well, I'll be looking forward to seeing you up here, because it's the Great North Run. I think it's either this weekend or next weekend. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you up here next year.
Yeah. How long is the Great North Run? Is that a marathon?
It's half marathon. It's 13 miles.
I've only just managed 3 miles. How am I going to do that? Anyway, back to the gorgeous products that I made during Wimbledon. Woohoo! This is English paper piecing, and you're getting a kit to make a purse. Oh, look, we've got a little feather. I'm gonna leave him. He's gonna settle down.
Just cat ears popping up every now and again. That's fine.
Hello, mate. So you can either make it in an apple core English paper piecing or the hexagon, but you'll have the pattern for both. His back. Dave's trying to get him off the table, and he backed up. Oh, hello! This is the Jasper show.
Today it is.
Today we're looking at the colour orange. And the letter J for Jasper. Oh dear. So you can make some of these.
Is that what it's come to? You can make this if you like. There's a cat everywhere. I give up now.
Really good kit. I think they are £28, I think, but you get discount. So
Do you want me to hop on the website and I'll get the prices for you?
That would be perfect.
Okay, and then you can dispose of her. Just not like kill it, but just remove the cat from the situation. Okay, so this is Nicola's website. So when you first hop on, you'll end up here on the Daisy and Grace homepage. If you go to Secret Sewing Club, which is the kind of first option on the menu there, then this is what you'll see. You'll see all of those lovely projects that she's been trying to show you today, but with technical difficulties and feline difficulties, has not quite got through. So the ones that she was showing you there, the clasp purse in either multicoloured or abstract blue, and same kit, you can either make appliqué or hexagon. Is that right? Have I got all that right? Okay, was it close enough?
Enough. I was just getting ready for my next demo.
It's well. Where are we going next? Are we going?
Jewellery.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Or have I got time, or is Sarah waiting?
I mean, how long's a piece of string now? Sarah's like, yeah, you're fine.
Oh, what to do my demo, or for her to do it?
Oh no, well, I don't think she knows your kits, but I think if it's probably better that you demo your kits.
I'm going to
stick to her own.
Yeah, so I'm going to demo the gorgeous Liberty jewellery. So I'm going to take you on down here, so you can see what we need to do. So let's do the zoomy one.
Just before you get started, Teresa has said, "Is Jasper coming to the Festival of Quilts?"
Oh,
she thinks he'd be a good seller.
He would. I could have Jasper and Ella, and I could mooch around the stand. They love a quilt, so they'd be laying on my stand, laying down, having a nice snooze all day. They'd love it. I don't think Premier Inn would allow them in, though.
No, maybe not. But well, hey, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe I'll take some photos.
Let you carry on with your. We're calling them accessories now.
Yeah, just because I have trouble with the word
jewellery.
Yeah,
okay. We'll say it for you. It's fine.
Thank you. So I'll carry on with my
accessories.
Yay! So let me take you here. So you get in your pack, you get your backing fabric, you get your Liberty fabrics, woohoo, and you get your 2 lots of hexagons. So you get a solid hexagon. I'm doing this, but you can't really see it. That's solid, and you leave that in. It irons onto the fabric, and you leave that in. But you also get paper ones, and these are like freezer paper, and you remove those. You can reuse these because they're freezer paper, and you can reuse these ones. If you left them in the jewellery, in the necklace, actually, I'm just going to show you the necklace. You can't wash the necklace. And one thing I love about this is that you can wash it, because I wear them all the time. And when I need to wash them, I pop them in a little laundry bag and into the washing machine, and they wash beautifully. So what we're going to do is I've pre-ironed some hexagons, and on the strip I iron the freezer paper hexagons, and on the fabric I iron the hexagons that are going to stay in. Now I'm going to do this one. What I'm going to do, I give you these little squares of fabric, but what I'm going to do is just trim the corners off, like so.
Nicola, you do just keep flashing to black now and again.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, so we'll kind of keep you going for now.
Yeah.
At least till you can kind of show what you need to show, and we may have to recap it a little bit when we pop back to you next.
All right. I'm so sorry, Pete.
It's all right.
Dave sat here trying to work it out while I'm doing it. So these heavier weight ones that fuse onto the fabric, I actually glue the edges down. Now, I'm not a great exponent of gluing on English paper piecing just because I find it quite messy getting them out, but I don't mind on this because you're not taking them out. So all I'm doing is with some fabric glue, running along and then folding that edge over. Now, any of you who are getting frustrated with this black flashing, after today's show, there is a lovely YouTube video where I show Jenny Down from Missouri Star Quilt Company how to make this jewellery. So if you go onto my website, there's a link to that video, and it's really good fun because we have a really good giggle about how to do this. Now, on the paper ones, I'm going to just grab any old string, as Dave calls it, thread, and I'm going to fold these over and tack this. I just find it easier to remove the hexagon if I've tacked them. So I just fold the edges and tack down, and my bit of thread is going to run out, but that's all right. I use it till it's gone, and I'll start on a different colour. So all I do is fold that edge over. I'm using the paper to fold that edge. I wonder if I go to I'm going to just go to this sewing machine. It's called sewing machine, but I haven't got a sewing machine today, so it's hand sewing. Yeah, look, I'm just going to fold that edge over. We still having? We might not have flashes on this one. We'll see in a minute. And my thread's run out, so I'm going to start a different thread, which actually matches, which doesn't matter really, and just tack these in place. So Hayley, can you tell me, is this camera also flashing?
Yeah, no, that one looks fine.
So it's just the other one that's flashing.
Yes, it's just flashing. That one's beautifully lit, and you can see all the stitches super close up. It's a little bit blurry, so I don't know if it's a speed thing. Just have a look at your speeds. Hang on.
So I've just tacked that one, so I'm just going to snip the tacking thread and move that out of the way. Now, we have to make an individual hexagon for this jewellery. So what I'm going to do, I've got the hexagon with the Liberty print, and I've got the backing fabric, which is beautiful bright pink, and I'm going to put them wrong sides together, and just for ease I'm going to put a little clip in there, and I've actually got the right coloured thread when I don't drop it on this needle. So I'm going to put a little knot in the end of my thread by wrapping my thread around my needle and pulling it down, and I'm just going to take the corner of there we go, and all I'm going to do is over sew. So my thread matches the backing fabric this time, and that tends to work. I've used thread to match the backing fabric. So all I'm doing is over sewing that edge like that. Now when I get to more than halfway round, I'm going to try and do a bit of speed sewing. So actually I'm going to come back to here. I'm going to do a bit of speed sewing. I'm not going to look at you, I'm looking at me sewing, and I'm going to try and do it really quick and get to a point where I can show you how to remove the hexagon that needs the paper one, how to remove that. So I'm going to see how quickly I can go with no interruptions from the cat, no technical interruptions, hopefully. And yeah, look, I see I'm nearly there. I'm going to show you anyway. I'm not quite there. I'm going to show you.
So this one's part of your jewellery kit, isn't it? So the EPP Jewellery Pack Liberty Edition, which is £15, and it will make the necklace.
Yeah.
And the earrings.
Yep.
And
A brooch.
a brooch as well.
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
know what the other bit was, whether it was a brooch or whether it was like a part of a bracelet. So I wasn't sure.
Well, you could put, actually, Hayley, you've just hit upon a really nice idea. You could put ribbon on each end of that and make that as a bracelet, couldn't you?
Well, that's why I didn't know. So I was hoping you would just
Oh,
sort of
I
jump
like
in and tell me.
I like it. I like your idea. I think that's a
You
good
can have
one.
it. It's yours.
Thank you, Hayley. Thank you. I'm going to have that one. I'll have to make one for a festival now, won't I? So let me go back to this view. So I've sewn, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this tacking thread that I've just popped in. I just use the point of my scissors to get that out. I haven't put knots in my tacking thread so that I can remove it quite easily. And then what I do, I just remove a little bit of the fabric of the, oh, look, I'm all fingers and thumbs. I'm trying to show you.
I think it's because you've been quite stressed out today with all your technical issues, haven't you?
I have. But look, I just ease that paper away and it comes out. Don't throw this away. You can reuse this. And then all you're going to do is fold that fabric back up and carry on sewing. And then you're...
Splendid. So that's how you make the hexagons. And then you'll show us how to join them together.
I will.
I've got a message from Catherine saying, could Nicola also just finish showing us how to lay out the hexy, half hexy pot construct, which is fine. Yes, she absolutely will. We're just having some technical issues, so we're going to let Sarah go next and let her show you some more delightful things that she's brought, and then we'll come back to Nicola to be able to show you how to pop that pot together. So let me go and find everybody. Oh, I haven't got me. Hang on. Always the way. Because I'm not busy pressing buttons for other people, then I forget to do my own. Oh no. Hang on. There we go.
Are we all together?
Well, not quite yet. I'm still
setting
my computer, my one back up because I'd turned mine off. Stupidly.
So I've nearly finished.
There we go. Now we're back together. It's all good. So I must say thank you for all the lovely messages that we got once we had told you that we were possibly getting rid of Secret Sewing Club. Because everybody's now like, don't get rid of it. Just saying very nice things about us brightening up their Sunday afternoons.
I'm glad we've brightened everyone's. I feel like quite stressed out this afternoon, but I'm glad everyone else is cute.
I mean, apparently it's Jasper's going down very well.
Oh, bless him.
Jasper's a hit. And also Eileen says, obviously there's chaos, but that's what she loves about Secret Sewing Club. It's life happening and you all handle it with a grin and grace. Not always grace.
I was going to say, I don't think I've been very graceful today.
Yeah. So yeah, we handle it. It's fine. Yeah. But it's real, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's what happens, isn't it? Everything isn't always slick in life, Sometimes the cat jumps on the middle of your work, or the dog knocks the ironing board over, or something, So it's normal.
Yeah.
And I'm filming in our living kitchen area, so this is real life, really.
Yeah. I know, but that's what that's how it is. So, lovely Sarah.
Hey.
Have you got some more stuff?
Yes, indeed. We can do another little demo. I've been playing around.
I did have a tiny panic because you didn't sound convinced there, but
No, I'm ready. I'm all good.
Okay, well, it's all yours then.
Aye. So I put that block together and I did a bit of quick quilt maths. So I worked out. So that's it all put together. Okay. So you've got the 4 sections all turned, all sewn together. It comes out at 16.5 inches square. And I worked out of one of these rolls, you can actually get 6 of these blocks. So actually that would make what, 16, you know, if you put maybe a bit of sashing in between, you'd make a quilt that's sort of like 40 by 50 inches ish, you know, so it like nice play mat, or you know, coochie quilt on the sofa type thing. So actually, you know, you can see that these go quite a long way. I've still got all of this left and all of this, and I worked out you can get 6 of these blocks. So, you know, there's quite a lot in there. So that was the Fairy Frost number 4 that I was using. There is Fairy Frost number 3, which is slightly different colours. You've got sort of more peaches and yellows in that one. I come up close a second. You've got all your peaches and yellows in that one as well, and a little bit of green. But I think if you were doing wanted a quick Christmassy quilt, you know, something like this pattern, but in that magical Winterland, this one's called. That would see you right the way through fall and all the way through as well to Christmas. And then there's the 2 effervescence. Effervescence number 2 is the one that's got the navy in it, and effervescence. Oh, I can't say that word. Nicola can't say jewelry. I can't say effervescence. I also can't say the word. I'm going to have to really think about it. Ambulance. It comes like ambulance, and everyone takes the mickey out of me. So there you go. Pop in the comment.
If it was an effervescent ambulance, you'd be done for.
I'd be done for. Absolutely done for. So yeah, pop in the comment.
Give it a crack.
Yeah.
An effervescent ambulance.
Effervescent ambulance. No, effervescence ambulance. I can't do it. Don't, because I giggle. Effervescence ambulance.
Now just imagine that effervescent ambulance or jewellery.
Oh dear. So that one's number 1, which is slightly sort of more springy colours. Number 2 is slightly more sort of pinky. You've got a bit of yellow and stuff in there. So those are all on the website. Remember, the code for the discount, additional discount of 10% is SSC. So Sugar Charlie 10. Okay, 10, not the number 10. So did all those bits. So we'll clear all that out of the way. I'm going to do a little demo using the Fat 8s, a real like scrappy technique that, again, I think works. I'm not sure. I've never tried it before. We're going to give it a go. You missed the start today, so didn't hear the code for White Gecko. Jean, it's SSC 10. So Secret Sewing Club, just the initials, SSC 10. We also have got I'll just show you these ones again. That scrap happy block that we did earlier, if you wanted to make it bigger, would work brilliantly with a jelly roll as well. So remember, these are 15 strips in these little minis, but obviously a full jelly roll is 40. So if you can get 6 blocks out of a 15, you're going to get 15 blocks. So you'd make a full bed quilt out of a jelly roll. So we've got the Autumn Woods one, which is new from Macawa. And we've also got the Sugarberry as well, which I just think is scrumptious. I I like that aqua with red for Christmas. I know it's not really traditional, but I think it feels modern and clean and fresh. You've still got that sort of like sagey foresty green in there as well, but with that little bit of aqua, it's yummy. That's the Sugarberry one. And then like I said, I've got a few of the Beach House left too. Not in a jelly roll though, only charms and layers on that. Right, this is why we love you. Sarah, it's because I can't speak, love. Can't speak. Right, what I thought we'd do is have a play around with the Fat 8s, because I like a strip set and I like being able to like cut into strip sets and things. And I did this years and years ago. Can't quite remember how to do it, but we're going to give it a go. So a Fat 8, there is a bundle on the website. There's 12 Fat 8s for £8, plus you'd get an additional 10% off that with the code. So I cut some of my Fat 8s up into 1.5 inch strips. You could do 2.5, you could do 3.5, but I thought let's go skinny and see what happens. So we're going to do 1.5 inch strips. So I'm just going to cut another one from this. Again, you could use your strips, your shape cut, and cut these all really, lots and lots of nice and quickly. But at 1.5, you're going to get quite a lot out of your Fat 8s. So there we go. So I've got another 1.5 inch strip there. I've already sewn these ones together. So I'm going to put 5 of my 1.5s together, and I'm keeping it completely scrappy, this section. Just whatever I've got in my Fat 8s, or your scraps, cut them out of your scraps. I know Hayley does 1.5-inch strips, like on a roll things. With the 2.5-inch ones, I know there's 1.5-inch ones as well. So you could add bits of those into them. And we're just going to, again, make a strip set like we did last time, but this time with 5 strips. So, excuse me. Right, so I'm just going to add that one on there like that to put the 5 together. So we're going to do a 1/4-inch seam allowance on this. And you could do this with any size strip. So this, again, you could do this with the jelly rolls. Or if you're one of those super organised people who cut all their scraps into like pre-cut sizes, because I know you're out there. I know some of you do that. This would be an ideal one to make a really scrappy, really fun quilt relatively easily. So strip set time to start with, all the way down like that. There we go. And down we go. And then we're going to press out that this strip set. So over here, and obviously just relax that seam first, as always, and then press it out gently. And I don't think it matters what fabrics you put together when you're doing scrappy. I think actually the less you think about it, the better a scrappy. And I know that like gives some people the EBGBs and they get all like, no, I can't do scrappy. But sometimes something like this, where we're going to cut into this and make different blocks, can like get you over that OCD. I can't do it. Or if you really can't do scrappy, just pull out all your blue scraps and do tones of blue, or all your pinks or whatever. But I like scrappy. So what you would do now is measure whatever size your strip set is. So for me, this is coming up at 5.5 inches. So I've cut a 5.5-inch strip of background fabric. Okay, and we're going to sew this to make a tube. So like that. Okay, and if your strip set's just, I mean, this was like just over, you can see I've got a little bit sticking out. It doesn't matter because we're going to square all this down. And this time I'm going to stitch down 1/4 inch both sides, okay, to make a tube. So again, nothing complicated, all just nice and easy, straight line sewing. And like we were saying earlier, if you're doing charity quilts and you want to use, you're trying to do them as cost effective as possible, using up your scraps from other projects, but using a single background color can make it all come together really nicely. So I'm going to stitch all the way down this side like that. I'm going to turn around and do the same the other side. So tell me, ladies, what words do you, since I just made a fool of myself with effervescent ambulance. I really have to think about it. Also chimney. I know
What's
it's
wrong
not
with chimney.
because I have had to teach myself to say chimney, not chimley.
Chimley.
Because I always used to say, Sarah Jane takes the mickey out of me because I say chimley with an L, not an N. So I have to say chimney and make myself think about it. So pop in the comments, what words do you struggle with? Are there words that you think, oh, no? Or
I've got some comments, people coming in again still about the possible changes to Secret Sewing Club. So Vanya says, thanks to the Secret Sewing Club, she's now an avid embroiderer and sewist, so please keep going. When she first saw us, she didn't even know what a sewing machine was. Aww. Well, now I do. That one. And then Karen says, even though we all appreciate the hard work and time that you must find time for yourselves, there are other ways for people to follow us online and things. Oh, hang on. Diet. Jane says diet is a word that she struggles with.
Good girl.
And Izzy says she can't spell system. She always adds an extra Y. But yeah, there's also, I need to, obviously your code, my code's the same as your code. I fixed that now. So cool. Codes for 10% discount on either White Gecko or on Craft Yourself Silly is S for secret, S for sewing, C for club, 10, 1, 0.
Yes.
And that's the same for both of them. And somebody has done an order with it, so I know it now is fixed.
Good. Right, okay, let's get back to this one. So you can see that this one's, I've gone with the 1/4 inch off the background because I know that was cut at 5.5. Obviously, when I've been stitching the strip set together, it's gone a bit wonky. It doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't matter. So I've made a tube because I've stitched both sides of this, so I've got a tube now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this up into 5-inch squares. So I'm just going to trim off this end to start with. Get rid of those salvages. So I've got a nice straight edge to start with. And then we're going to cut this into 5.5-inch pieces so that we've got squares. So I'm going to cut all the way down, 5.5. Like that. And then again, let's see how many. So I can get... Can't quite get it out of that. We'll play around with that bit in a minute. Okay, so I've got 3 out of my strip set, and then we're going to cut these in half on a 45-degree angle. Okay, so I'm going to grab my 45-degree line on my ruler. Let me just come to the close-up a second. 45-degree line on my ruler, and I'm going to lie that down that cut side. And I want to try and get this edge here right the way through. So do it so you've got to go right the way corner to corner. Okay, and then we're going to cut up that way, and we're going to do that on all of them, these 3. So again, 45-degree line on my ruler, down that edge, make sure I'm going corner to corner, and I'm ignoring this little bit of excess that's going to disappear into my seam. I'm going corner to corner on the background fabric like that, and then again on this one, so 45 like that. Okay, now you will have just a couple of little stitches. Can you see just here? You just want to ping those out where we did the tube. Ping those ones out, pull that out, and we open it up. I'm going to do the same on this one, just ping those out like that. Open that one up. Now, I've used 5 of the 12 fat 8s that I had, and I've used so far 1.5-inch strip. So of those other 5, I've still got another 1.5-inch there, and all of this still, and that's only 5 of them. So you'd get what would you get? 3, 6, 9. You'd get 6 of these strips out, and from each strip set you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're getting 6, so you're going to get 36 of these like pieced half square triangles out of 5 fat 8s. So, out of that 12 that we've got in the bundle, you'd get so many blocks if you were doing charity quilts. And about half a metre or so of fabric, background fabric. We're going to give these a quick press, and then we can play around and put these together. So let's just press it towards the background fabric, because obviously you've got less bulk there. It's nice and easy. And then we're going to have a play around and see what we can make with these. Now, I would make lots and lots of these out of all my different scraps, out of my fat 8s first, so that all my colours were different. And like my next strip set, I wouldn't necessarily use the same 5 together. I'd mess around and add some extra ones in. But again, if you are making charity quilts, this is such a cost-effective, I was going to say cheap, but cost-effective way of getting some really funky fabrics and making a whole quilt for what's £8 minus 10% minus £87.20. You'd make a whole quilt, and then half a metre.
It's not just about funky fabric. Sometimes you've got, let's face it, an ugly fabric.
An ugly fabric, absolutely.
Don't particularly want to use, but then hidden within a scrappy quilt,
it doesn't matter.
It completely changes it.
Yeah. So we could then put these half square triangles together as little hourglass blocks like this. Okay, hang on, if I come to the main overhead. So you could have them all, you could even use your background fabric that I cut the 5.5-inch strip from. Doesn't all have to be the same. It could be a couple of different colours. So you'd get like, jewel toned ones here, so you could put them together like that. Okay, so we can put that one on there and that one on there, and it creates these really lovely like hourglass blocks like that. Okay, you can see you've got those there. Turn this one so that you've got stripes going one way, stripes going another. Okay, and then that would be like that. Okay, so you can see that you can create all these. You've got like a pin, you'd have like a pinwheel happening here then, really nice and easily. And I think because, you know, we've got all these little bits of fabrics, you know, like I said, this was just one set of 12 that I picked up, you know, all different fabrics which don't necessarily go together when you look at them like this, but when you start putting them into a scrappy quilt, they really do, you know, you can play around with things. How else could we put them together?
I've got a question.
Yes.
Obviously, now you've cut those.
Yeah.
All of the edges that you would sew are now cut on the bias.
Yes.
So have you got any top tips?
Go slightly slower, absolutely, and we'll sew these together now just so you can see. Go slightly slower because obviously I've starched my fabrics beforehand before I cut them. That's one thing, because that starch is going to hold, when you're working on the bias, it's going to hold the threads together a little bit longer than if they were unstarched. Best Press or the June Taylor Starch Savvy works brilliantly. Also, when we're now sewing this on the bias, go a little bit slower. Don't be a speed demon, because the faster you go, the more likely you are just to stretch those out, and you don't want to do that. And do the thing that I hate doing most, pin them. Pin them, because it will help.
That bit that you're going to run there, everything's still straight. So
yes,
because they're the flat edges, it's those other sides. So once you've put those blocks together to make a 4.
Yeah. Be careful with your pressing as well. You know, bias edges are, you know, they're relatively easy to handle, but you know, just go a little bit slower with them. Be a little bit gentle, you know, because you are going, you know, they are slightly stretchy. So this is a straight one that I'm doing now, because this would have been on the edge. So this edge here is biased. So it's when I'm putting these together, like with the next one, that's when you want to be really careful here. Okay, you could tack this down if you wanted to. If you're using fabrics that aren't necessarily all cotton, you know, maybe you're using bits of old clothing and stuff that have got a bit more extra stretch in them. When you're stitching, hang on, let me just open this back up again. So that, say that these two are sewn together like that. This now is your biased edge. When you're stitching that, you can tack them if you want to. You know, put your stitch up on your machine right up to as big as it can go, and tack this down first before you then add that one on and stitch it. It'll stop these stretching, because you can see you've got a little bit of stretch. I just go slow, to be honest. I just, you know, I'm a bit of a speed demon with sewing, but I do just slow it down. So let's make the 1/4 inch blocks. Because I've ironed them to the background fabric, they will naturally nest in the center. What tips do you have for biases, Hayley? Is there something in particular you do?
Not really. Again,
excuse me.
Plenty of pins.
Yeah.
Make sure you line up both of the ends and the middle, and then just kind of have to feel the fabric so it kind of moves its way in between. And it's really important not to kind of pull or push the fabric through as you go. Just let the machine do its own thing. Yeah. And that should help you. And even if you have got it a little bit wobbly, a good press, and sometimes steam when you press it, can hide a multitude of sins.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't tend to chain piece when I'm on the bias either, because I find when you chain piecing, you kind of get into that flow and you just keep going and going and going, and you can go a lot faster than you're expecting, and you tend to get like pushing the next one. So when I'm working on bias edges, I tend not to chain piece so that I don't accidentally sort of go a bit too fast or a bit too heavy-handed with them. But you can see I'm adding plenty of pins in and just holding those seams down as well.
Also, if you again slow down is the most important thing. Just slow. Do you know what? I've just spotted the book where it's got the knicker pocket on the apron. I'm going to go and find it right now.
Oh, go get it. Go grab it. Right. So I'm just going to stitch these two together. But again, this is a this is a quick block to do. And like I said, I've done it with 1.5 inch pieces, but as you can see, I'm just taking my time going over those strips, just so that they don't, making sure everything's lying nice and flat. Slightly harder, obviously, when you're dealing with the underneath ones, but because they're coming towards me, it's a little bit easier to deal with. Like that. Slide this one in, stop that one, and add the next one in. There we go. All the way down this one. Just take your time a little bit with it as well. You've got a lot of seams there you want to go over. And I know I sew over my pins. If you're not comfortable doing that, don't take them out as you go. I'm quite happy sewing over pins. It doesn't bother me. There we go. Back over here. You take those pins out, and again, I'm going to just gently press this. Take all those out for that one. But again, this is really quick block. It's easy to do, and you've got lots and lots of possibilities with it. You can absolutely do the little 4-patch trick with this as well, even though they're triangles. If you take those 2 little stitches out there, both sides, just pop a pin under and ping them out. Okay, this will do that lovely 4-patch thing on the back, which makes everything lie nice and flat. The other thing I like with you, we were talking about bias edges and everything, is getting that heat in there. And if you've got one, use a clapper, one of a wooden clapper, or something heavy. Okay, and just giving that a few, a bit of a press, because you're putting even pressure on it and not going to warp those edges at all.
That one looks like it shouldn't have escaped to where it is.
It was originally the shop one, but I brought it home because I needed it for demos. So it's now mine. It should say Sara now. There we go.
Beautiful.
Hey, little blocks. And then you can then just square that up. Grab a ruler. And when you're squaring these up, it's all about that central point. You can see it's a really nice point in the center because I've done that little 4-patch at the back. So this is going to want to be 7-inch finished. Yeah, like that. So half of 7 is 3.5. So I'm going to come down my 3.5 there, and where that joins, we're going to put that right in the center. I'm also going to use the 45-degree line on my ruler and make that run down that diagonal as near as I can. And then we can just trim this off there to there. And then turn it and trim again. And it's going to be exactly 7 by 7 now. And you've got your double check.
I think I'm guilty of not doing enough.
What's that? Squaring up
blocks, squaring them back up again.
Yeah,
it does make such a difference.
It really does. It's one of those things that is very dull to do, particularly when you've got like 100 half-square triangles or something to do. But if you don't do it, it makes people go, oh, look, my points don't match. Oh, this is a bit wonky. But 99% of the time, it's because you haven't squared your block back up.
Yeah, because
those little tiny bits.
It can be a 1/16 of an inch, but every time you sew that extra 1/16 of an inch, and maybe you've got 8 seams, it ends up half an inch out overall. Yeah,
I mean, that's all I've taken off that block, which is nothing really. But if I was taking that off, 10 blocks in a row, suddenly nothing's going to line up. So it's one of those necessary evils, squaring up.
Yes.
None of us like doing it, but yeah, there's that really quick and easy. And I think, as I was saying, from the fat 8s, I've got another set there, which would make another 3 of those, so you'd easily make a lot. I mean, you're looking at almost double bed size quilt out of 12 fat 8s and 1/2 meter to 3/4 meter of background fabric. And who doesn't love scrappy? I love scrappy. And if you don't, then just go with all like muted tones, or any size.
Well, you could just pick blues, or you could just pick it like a certain colour and just use up all of the colours that you've got.
Your ombre rolls, your on a roll, the ombre ones. would work brilliantly for something like that. If you cut them in, down and then put them in a strip set, it would work brilliantly.
Yeah, they've got I'll just Nicola's beavering away there, so she is paying attention. But yeah, they would work. With that though, you'd have to remember you've got a 1.5 meter repeat, so you'd have to chop it either just over that or just under that to get that mixture of colour in there. Otherwise, you'd end up with all the same. Right, are you ready? This is your knickers thing. So this is one of the books. I've done about 3 books, I think. They just take such a long time. It's not for me. It's not for me. Yeah, I did 3 and I was like, that's it.
That's it.
So, simple patchwork project. So they're all EPP in all sorts of different shapes. But look at this bad boy.
Let me have a look.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Can't see. Oh yeah, it's like a bikini bottom.
Hang on, there's a bigger one in here. There you go.
Oh, Moira, if you're still watching,
it was just unfortunate positioning. It looks
really
like pants. And they put it right on the blooming front as well.
That's like topless on the beach.
Sorry, Nicola. I'll show you on the other camera. There you go.
I can't see nothing.
I'll put it up on the other camera.
It just look like pants.
I didn't even know I was still busy sewing away. I didn't.
Hang on.
Oh, brilliant!
There's so many things in the way here. There we go. Looks like pants.
Yeah, that's almost as good as mine, love.
I don't know how Debbie does it. She has like 2 or 3 books a year. Oh, it was just never ending. All credit. I don't know how she does it. It's not for me.
Yeah, it'd be all the photography. I wouldn't mind writing all the patterns and all, because we write so many anyway. But for me, it'd be getting all the photography done.
Well, that's where I think Debbie does well, because her husband's a photographer.
I wonder if she lends him out.
She does for photographs, not for anything else. Oh, didn't hear that. Yes, so she does lend him out for photographs.
Sarah.
Yes.
I think I heard something go past your window. Was it an ambulance?
No, it was a fire engine.
Other emergency services are available.
Absolutely, an ambulance. Ambulance.
What kind of ambulance is it, though?
Well, we've got a funeral director right opposite us, so we do get a lot of private ambulances.
The black ones.
Ambulances, like park up right opposite my window here.
Oh no!
So they put people in. Yeah. He's lovely. He's a great guy. Really, really nice bloke, actually. Very respectful, very funny.
Are
very
you still moving? I thought you were moving.
Oh no, it's all on hold. We are still moving, but it's going to be on hold for about 6 months. So yeah.
Oh.
So it'll just land all right at Christmas time.
Yeah, pretty much just after Christmas now. So yeah, I've got my kid. I'm nearly down to 2 at home. One of the boys is moving out next weekend, so I'm down to 2.
Can you not get rid of at least 1 before you move? That would make it easier.
I like it easier.
Yeah, the 18-year-old's having a gap year, so that's not going to be till next year for uni. So they're going to be about for a little while longer, and Alex has got to find a job.
Put them to work at the Festival of Quilts.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Well,
they
potentially got one of Matt's kids coming to help out.
Cool.
So
that's good.
That'll be an eye opener for it.
We've got Mr. Steph coming to help us.
Mr. Steph. Oh, I've met Steph, but I've never met Mr. Steph.
No.
Well, he doesn't like being called that. We've got Ken coming to help.
Where's my dad's
Sorry,
name?
Ken.
Oh, where's my? Oh, I told you about the Batmobile, didn't I?
About the book?
No. Okay, so I think the last Secret Sewing Club we did, the day after that, I'd booked something for my dad's birthday. It was his birthday a couple of weeks before that, and I'd booked something, and we hadn't told him what it was. I think we mentioned it on the previous Secret Sewing, but we hadn't told him what was going on. and he's a massive fan of Batman, like but the old school Batman, the one that's like
Adam West one.
Yeah, that one. And we found a place in the UK where you could drive a Batmobile, like a proper one from the 60s show Batmobile. So we took him to do that. He had a lovely day. I'm still waiting for the pictures through though of my dad driving Batmobile, because we paid for the pictures, because I mean they're going round that fast that you can't get that close to the edge of the track, so you can't get any decent pictures.
Did he dress up as Batman to drive the Batmobile?
He did not, because we hadn't told him what he was doing. We just told him he had to take he had to take some ID, and I knew he didn't have a passport, so that meant he had to take his driving license. Can I just say, not that they checked it. They were on a track, and I think it was an automatic, so it's a go-kart. It's like a big go-kart. Like. So he drove that, and he drove the General Lee as well.
Ah, fab.
So we had a lovely time.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting for the pictures through, even though I've already emailed them once, said, where's my pictures? But yes,
we've got Brands Hatch up the road from us, so we often hear the cars. If the wind's blowing in the right direction, we can hear the cars going around, or the monster trucks, or the motorbikes. It's quite fun, really.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's not like it's going to disturb you, because I suppose it all stops before bedtime, doesn't it? It's not like they're doing it till 1 o'clock in the morning.
No. Yeah, it's not like, what's the 24-hour one? Le Mans?
Le Mans.
Where they go for 24 hours? Yeah, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be a bit noisy at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So once a year, though, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right, Nicola, you've got some unfinished business, I believe.
I have.
Yes. You have. Right, let's have a look. You've got to finish your hexie pot for Catherine. I was just looking for who it was.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm nearly there on that, but I'll unclip it so that I can show her.
All right.
But yeah, it is.
I shall pass it across to you then.
Lovely. So, Catherine asked the layout for the pots. Now, there's 2 different ways of doing the pot. And if you go onto my website and go onto the project section and go into my challenge, you will see there's a whole section for the pots. There's even a video without interruptions. No cat, no flickering picture. There is a video, so you can watch that as well. So if I go to the overhead, you will see this is my pot construction, minus this extra one. So this extra one, I'm going to actually be flipping over, because I want the rabbit to show inside. So this is going a bit flickery again. So this is your tube, and then you're going to join this to make a tube. You can see I've nearly finished, but not quite. And then I will join this side along here, and that will become my round, and then that round goes onto the hexagon, and then that will become a pot. It doesn't look like it at the moment because it's all a bit, but it will become a pot. And you need, for this size, you need 3 whole hexagons and 4 half hexagons. There is another version where where did my pot go? Let me see. Let me go I was looking for the front button, and I found what I was looking for. This one, this is in a 2.5 inch hexagon, but this has 1, 2, 3, 4 hexagons, 1, 2, 3, 4 half hexagons, and 1 for the base. And because it was quite tall, I really liked it when I turned the edge over, and it just gives it a bit more stability. But I love that pot, and as you can see, I love it because I've got all my rummaged threads in there. So I needed a new one. So this is going to be a bigger version of this for my thread, because it's full already. So let's just go back to the overhead, just show you one more time. That is the strip that you need to make. This joins this end, and you need a hexagon for the base. So that is how you do a pot. So I will finish that, and I will have that at Festival of Quilt.
Catherine says, thank you very much. That was very clear.
Yay! But plus, there's a whole video and everything on the website. So
Yeah, she says that as well. Also, thanks for the tip about your website where you can find all the videos.
Perfect. So now I'm going to show you the magic trick for my necklace on how to let's see if I can show you this on this camera. Let's zoom in. I've got to get my hands in the right place. Can you see there's a gap between the hexagons there? And what I do is I link the hexagons together. How do I do that? I do that with a buttonhole stitch. So I'm going to show you how I do that with this. So they're very tiny, and I hope, let's get my goggles back on so I can see what I'm doing. I've doubled up my thread and then doubled the double over. So I've got 4 strands of thread on my needle. So if I've got 4 strands, and I put a knot in the end, okay? And then what I do, you put right sides together of your hexagons, and I'm going to pop a little clip in there to just hold them securely. And what I'm going to do is take my needle, run it through the backing and out to the, oh, can you see that very well? I'm trying to maneuver my hands so you can. So it's coming out this corner. Now this knot, I want to just pull inside that hexagon. So I'm just going to give that a little tug, and that's gone in. It's made a little hole in my fabric, but I'm just not a permanent hole. I'm just ease the fibers of the fabric back together again. So then I've got my thread. I'm going to go and take the backing fabric of the other hexagon in that corner and run my needle through. Now, I don't want to pull this stitch tight. I want to leave it so it's got some wiggle room. And then I'm going to pop my needle through this side and bring that through. So I've now got 8 strands of thread there. So I'm going to do one more right the way through, and again, not pulling that tight. Now I open that up, and you can see I've got a bar. Now that bar is the joining bar, but we can't leave it with all those little threads there. So we're going to buttonhole stitch that. So I'm going to bring my needle round, and I've created a loop here. And I grab my needle and pull that through the loop. Now, as the loop is getting smaller, I'm going to move that down. When I'm pulling that tight, I've moved that so that knot is right at the base of that thread there. Oh, I can't get my words out. And I'm going to keep going. So I've made another loop, put my needle through, and as I pull that up, I'm going to pull that down towards this hexagon. And I'm going to keep going until I fill that bar of thread up with these little buttonhole stitches. So keep going. It doesn't help that it's quite small. And pull that loop. And as I pull it down, and you can see I'm filling up that bar. Now I'm going to try. There we go. And I can't get any more into that little gap of stitches. So I'm going to put my needle in through to this hexagon, pull it through and snip that off. So let's see if I can go to the zoom here. No, that's frozen. Okay. Dave, please don't panic. I'm going to show. No, I need this camera here. I'm going to show you here. this is what I've created. Let's put it on my white shirt. There we go. That's, if I angle that, I've created this little loop in between the hexagons. And that is how you do it. It's really quite easy. But let's do one more just to show you. So again, right sides together. I'll pop my little clip in there. Let's pop a knot in the bottom of my thread. So I've wrapped the thread round my needle 3 times, and then I pull that through, and that creates a nice little knot in the bottom. I'm going to just tidy that up. So we're going to do the other side here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my needle in the backing fabric, run it through to the corner, then pull that knot. Ugh, sometimes it wants to go, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't want to go, just pull the knot out, put your needle in, and wiggle the needle around to make the hole a little bit bigger. Let's get you all in camera again, and then it just pops in. Now we're coming to this again, so I'm going to go over to the other corner and put my needle through both sides and draw that through, but not pulling it tight. And then I'm going to do it again like that, and one more time. This is a great little job to do in front of the TV. I say it's a job, it's not a job really, is it? Then I'm going to open that out, and if I put that on my shirt, you can see I've got that bar again between the 2 hexagons, and I'm going to go again. So I've created a loop like that. I've run my needle through that gap, and then I run it through the loop that's formed like that. And then pull that knot right down to the base of that hexagon. And then I'm going to keep going till that bar becomes full of little knots. So I've done 2 so far. That's my 3rd one. And I think I'll just about get another one in. 4, I managed to get 4 in. Then run my needle through and cut my thread off. And then, look at that. They're all joined together. Now, this means that your necklace has movement. So it actually sits really nicely on your neck. So it will sit on your neck. It will, you can see it will go around a curve. So that little movement between those hexagons just gives it a little bit of movement. And often people say to me, oh, is your necklace ceramic? Because they think that it looks ceramic, but it isn't. It's fabric, and it's amazing, and you can wash it. It's great. So look, there's my little hexagons. I'm going to bring them up. It's a bit wobbly, but look at that. They've got all these little gaps in between. So when you're wearing clothes underneath, you see the color of the clothing, or the color, you see the gaps, and that moves, and it fits lovely on your skin. It just moves to, look at that. It just curves and moves to your skin. Lovely. So that is how you join your hexagons.
Splendid. And don't forget, go and have a look on Nicola's website, which is daisyandgrace.co.uk. It's just down at the bottom there. And that Liberty limited edition jewellery kit is £15, and it is enough to make the necklace, the earrings, and the brooch, now / bracelet. Hey, there we go. I don't know what happened there. It just completely froze up and then decided to start itself. It's done several updates today, which I'm never enthusiastic about. No, we're back. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. So, sorry about that. It all froze up and just fell over. We've been plagued with technical gremlins today. Plagued. Oh, now mine's gone. Brilliant. Oh, no, it's back. Oh, my gosh. Right. I think on that note, ladies, we maybe call it a day for today. And then what we will do is we will have a little chat amongst ourselves. Oh, hang on. There you go. Hi. It muted you when it brought you back.
Facebook, it's only you though, love, not us two.
It should switch any second. I've already switched it over.
I just wanted very quickly, if that's possible, show this was I found the finished sample. So that was the Herbie tote bag, which we've got the kits, which was that panel, which makes, which is that lovely half Panama. It's really lovely. You get both. It's all pre-printed. You get your thread and your webbing even, and your pattern. But it makes a really nice tote bag, which is all nice and neat inside, so you don't see any of your red work because it's all covered. And there's a little pocket too. You've got a little pocket for your phone and everything. So those, it was only because I found the sample. I went looking for it and I found it.
We love a sneaky pocket.
It's got to have a sneaky pocket.
Who doesn't love a sneaky pocket?
But yeah, that complete kit's on there as well, obviously with the code as well.
Fabulous. So yes. So the code for Sarah and for Craft Yourself Silly is S for secret, S for sewing, C for club, 10 SSC10, and that will get you 10% off either of the websites, and that is there until midnight.
Yeah,
and mine's automatic.
And Nicola's is automatic. You don't even have to put a code in on hers. Even easier. Even easier. So yes, the next Secret Sewing Club will be 2 weeks today. No, 2 weeks yesterday, because it's going to be on the Saturday, and we're going to be at the Festival of Quilts. Going to go and have a big wander around, chat to everybody, see what everybody's up to. So don't miss that. We will have a chat in a minute. We'll kind of come up with a plan. Don't know what the plan is yet, but we're going to make a plan. Then we're going to execute the plan of what we're going to do going forward, because we have had loads of lovely messages, and there's obviously a lot of you who do want this to keep going. We just need to work out between ourselves what that looks like.
You've persuaded us. You've persuaded us.
Do it. So wish everybody a lovely Sunday afternoon.